SportsRoutes High School Showcase is brought to you by Sleeves. Show off your style on the field, in the gym, or anywhere in Sleeves accessories and wear. Use our code SportsRoutes1 for 25% off your first order. Look good, play good, and be seen up. I'm Pablo Rosero. This is SportsRoutes High School Showcase. My guest today is a first-team All-Dade selection from the Miami Herald and part of the defending state champion Miami Northwestern Bulls. I'm joined by class of 21 linebacker A'Mahri McCray. A'Mahri, thanks for joining me.
No problem. Blessed to be here.
A'Mahri, this quarantine and everything, before we get into anything else, I want to ask, what are you doing to stay fit and active during this lockdown situation, even though we're starting to open things up more here in the state of Florida?
I try to work out. No matter what kind of workout it is, I try to work out 1 to 2 times a day. Keep in shape, keep ready for the season, just in case.
So you're heading into your senior year, but before we go into that, you recently committed to Florida International University. Congratulations. And what kind of led to that decision, and what was the process like for you during recruiting?
Thank you. And what led to that decision, I see Coach Butch Davis is over there building something great. He's building a great program. The kids are buying in. It's just becoming a great program overall. So I know if I could be a part of that and make it even better. The process.
Go ahead.
The process, it was a little slow at times, but at times it was also fast, but it was a little slow for me.
What was the importance of staying home, staying in Miami, being able to play in front of your friends and family? What did that mean to you?
If I can play in front of my friends and family, then I know I have a support system there. It made me ball harder.
At FIU, have you been able to tour the campus and the facilities?
Yeah, I have.
What were your thoughts on that?
It's an amazing campus, amazing facilities, brand new, everything. It's great.
All right, well, can't wait to see you there, but you still have one more year at Miami Northwestern. And what's next for you there to follow up a stellar season where you put up 120 tackles, 26 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, had 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, and a state championship? What's next?
Overall, I just want to be able to lead my defense, lead the team back to a state championship with my brothers. Individually, I would like to get over 130 tackles. I want to get 10 sacks this season, more sacks this season.
When I watched your tape, I saw that a lot of what you do is run stuffing. So first I want to bring this up, the story behind your Twitter handle name. What's the story there? RB Killer 52. How did that come about?
So my freshman year in high school, I had number 52. And so coach was like, you need to make a Twitter, get in touch with these coaches. I'm like, well, I'm a running back killer, so running back killer 52. Killer running backs.
So would you define your game as more of a run-stuffing linebacker rather than like a coverage linebacker? Is that an area where you think you need to work more on?
Well, it's more about the scheme of the defense. Like our defense is more schemed around run stuffing, but I can also play in coverage as well.
What's one facet of your game that heading into your senior season that you hope to improve upon?
Overthinking. I like to think too much while I'm on the field. I just want to react quicker, play faster.
So how has that issue kind of affected you at times during last season?
I'll see the guard pull, and then I'll wait for a little bit, then I'll shoot, and they'll end up getting a gain of 2 yards when it could have been a loss of 5.
Okay, well, yeah, that's something that, you'll see in film, and it makes sense. As a young player, it happens, but if you know that's what you need to improve on, then you should improve upon it. And then playing with the defense that you played with, especially last year, Miami Northwestern is the 3-time defending state champion at the moment. They've had a lot of great players. What has it been like being a piece of that historically great defense alongside Terrence Lewis and Kamara Kitchens? Lewis, who's no longer with the team, but last season when you guys were all together.
It's been great. I've been with Lewis since we were like maybe 12. So we've been playing together since we were like 12. So it was easy to come together and gel together again and lock down the middle.
I mean, yeah. And then on the offensive side of the ball, what was it like going up in practice against Nathaniel Noel and Romello Brinson, guys who, you hear all over the recruiting circuit? What's that like?
That's why our defense was so good. When we got to the game, it was easy. There was nobody better. When we got to the game, it was easy.
So before you even were at Northwestern, you were at North Miami. What came about the decision to transfer from North Miami to Northwestern?
Well, I wanted to play against better competition. No disrespect to North Miami, but I wanted to play against bigger teams, nationally ranked teams, get my name out there more, get more exposure. North Miami is a great program.
Was there any game this past season, because I know you guys played teams like IMG, was that a game that kind of stuck out to you and said, I need to show off against a team like this to show that I belong?
Yeah. I think I had like nine tackles that game.
What's a game that, this past season that you just showed out that you think was your best game all year?
Key West, I had like 16 tackles.
So now going back to talk about your senior season, obviously with this quarantine, we're still not 100% sure about a season, if it's going to be shortened, if it's going to be a full year. But assuming we do have a season, what are your expectations for your senior season statistically and both for your team?
As a team, it's the same goal every year. We want to win a state championship as brothers, as a family. Statistically for myself, 140 tackles, 10 sacks, and then tackle for loss. Those will all fall in place.
Has any former NFL player reached out to you since Miami Northwestern's built a lot of has a pretty interesting pipeline of sending NFL players? And I know guys like Teddy Bridgewater have come back to Big games. Has there been any guy who's reached out to you and given you advice on your game?
Yeah, Teddy talks to me sometimes. He just drops in sometimes.
What does he say to you? Because I know he's a very motivational guy outside of just football.
He just tells us he's proud of us. Keep doing what we're doing.
Now, staying with the theme of NFL players, is there any guy you look at and kind of try to model your game after, or a guy that you say, I want to add his skill set to my game?
Ray Lewis.
What about Ray Lewis makes him so appealing to you, especially being at the linebacker position?
He's a freak of nature. Like, everything goes his way.
So, one of the last things I wanted to talk to you about was at Northwestern, you guys won the state championship with a freshman QB, Taron Dickens. How is it like? What do you see for his future at such a young age, winning one of the biggest state championships in the entire country?
I see bright things in his future. He's a upcoming star. He's only a freshman too, so he got 3 more years out there. He's gonna be number one in the nation.
You think he's gonna be number one in the nation?
Definitely.
You think Northwestern wins 3 more championships with him?
Yes, he's gonna lead them to 3 more championships.
And then this one is something that if anyone who follows Miami-Dade football knows, one of the biggest rivalries in this county and in probably all of high school football is Miami Northwestern versus Central. Can you break down what makes that rivalry so big and what it feels like actually playing in it.
What makes it so big is it's been going on for a long time, so it's basically inherited. So now we just took it on, like, as we got to beat those guys. Like, we're not even in the same district no more, but we just got to beat them. That's what we got to do, because that's what they said. That's what the team before us said. So we got to beat them.
And what was the matchup like this year?
It was crazy. I think that was one of the most emotional games this year. It was wild. Like, that was a good game.
Because I remember last year when Isaiah Velez was the quarterback at at Northwestern. It was a close game, and they barely won. And that was the game that kind of seemed to propel them into winning the state championship game. So that matchup is always big. Firsthand, I've seen that it's big implications. But yeah, I mean, what's it like playing football in Miami-Dade? It's one of the best counties to play football, of course, and even Broward has a lot of good teams. But South Florida is the mecca of football, of high school football. No matter what anyone has to say, California and Texas are good, but they're not South Florida. What's it like playing in Florida with all these great teams and being able to call yourself a state champion in this state?
It feels good. Playing against the best of the best and showing that you're the best of the best. Winning state down here in Miami means a lot.
And then the ability to go out and contend for a national championship. Is there any team from out of state that you look at and say you want a shot at?
St. John Bosco.
Why?
I think they're the number one team in the nation. So playing them as a team, if we beat them, then our stock goes up. And personally, everybody on the team, if we win, everybody on the team stock goes up.
Yeah, that's a great look. And I mean, for some reason, South Florida football still doesn't get the complete respect they deserve, but firsthand experience, it is one of the most intense and one of the best quality of football. That's why a lot of prospects get sent out. And you have that firsthand experience of playing against and with these kind of players. So, A'Mahri, before I let you go, I want to ask, when you're advertising yourself to recruiters, I know we talked about your recruiting process before, but if you had to evaluate yourself, what would you say about not just your game, but your personality and character?
Good kid, honor roll student, stays out of trouble, never been a trouble kid, and works hard, is perseverant.
And on the field, strengths and weaknesses.
Weaknesses, overthinking. Strengths, stuff to run, can play the pass, run sideline to sideline.
All right, well, one more year at Miami Northwestern, the stock will continue to grow, and FIU is set to get a great linebacker who's been a starter in high school football since he was a freshman. So we'll see how your season goes. Hopefully we have a season. Good luck to you. Good luck to your team. And I hope you have a good time and enjoy whatever comes forward in your future.
Thank you.
For more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel below. And check out our site, SportsRoutes.com, for up-to-date football news.